to lesson 3 of the Avanti introduction course. In the last lesson we started looking at the customer history option, so we'll pick up from where we left off. Remember how to get to the customer history? Open the customer section from the main toolbar. Highlight the customer that you want to see, in this case the ABC widgets customer we created in lesson 2, and click the history button. Also, you can get at a customer's history by clicking the magnifying glass on the left of the customer that you want. You'll notice that the customer's transaction has a magnifying glass on the left. This is used to drill down into the transaction to view its full details. Click the magnifying glass next to the opening balance transaction that we entered to get the transaction details window. Through this window, we can view every detail about the transaction by using the tabs at the top. We'll cover this further in another lesson. Click Close to return to the history report. As we did in the previous lesson, let's look at another customer's history. Remember how to do that? Just click the magnifying glass in the customer ref box. We select a customer by double clicking it in the search window. As we have quite a list of transactions for this customer, let's say we want to sort them into date order. To use sorting, you simply click the head of the column that you want to sort by, in this case the date column. Notice the arrow in the column header. This sorts the list by transaction date, putting the oldest transactions first. If you wanted to have the latest transaction first, you simply click the column header again, and the arrow points down to indicate that the list is sorted in reverse order. The same applies if you wanted to sort by the transaction reference. Click the reference column header and the list is sorted by that column instead. If you want to remove any sorting in the list, you can right click and select Clear Sorting from the menu. Let's say that we now wanted to print the history report. We click the print button in the toolbar. This will show a preview of the printed report for the selected customer's transaction history. It's interesting to know that, where possible, the software will use the same sort order for the report as you set on the list. If you now wanted to print the report, you can click the print button in the toolbar of the preview window. When you have finished, you can close the preview window by clicking the close button. Back in customer history, you'll notice that the print button has a down arrow to the right. If you click the down arrow rather than the main button, you will see a menu. This gives you the option to print the history for all customers in the selected range. The selected range of customers is defined using the customer box on the left. Let's say you wanted to view more than just the selected customers' transactions in the list. To do this, you can click the View All link to the right of the customer's name. This will include all transactions which are in the selected range, which are defined on the left. This takes into account the date range, the range of customers, and of course the type of transactions that you want. To return back to looking at just the selected customer's transaction, you can click the View One Customer link. Let's go back to our ABC widgets customer. This time we'll select them by typing their reference into the Cust Ref box to find them. Let's say that we've received a payment for some of the opening balance that they owe us. We can record that within the history report using the Quick Payment feature. Right click on the opening balance transaction and select the Quick Pay option from the menu. When the Quick Pay window opens, most of the details are entered for us. However, we'll enter a short reference for the payment into the reference box. Let's say it was a BACS payment. We'll leave the details as they are. The bank ref is used to specify which bank account the payment was made into. Click the down arrow and the software will give us a list of bank accounts. We'll cover how to add your bank accounts in another lesson, but for now we'll leave it as it is. By default, the software's put the full amount into the payment amount box. However, we've only been paid $250, So we change this and enter the amount we've received. Now all that's left to do is to click OK. Notice in the list we now have a new payment transaction. Also notice the status column. The invoice says it's part paid with £250 still outstanding. The payment is marked as allocated. We'll move on now from customer history and take a look at another report, Aged Debtors. Click Close to return back to the customer section. To access the other reports in the Customers section, we need to go through the Reports button. Click this and we get a menu of the available reports. Select Aged Debtors. The Aged Debtors report gives us a list of every customer who owes us money and shows you how their debt has aged. Like every other list in the software, each record has a magnifying glass on the left in order to be able to drill down for more information. In this case, if you click it for a chosen customer, the customer's history is shown. Just as with the history report, the print button on the toolbar enables you to preview the printed report first, and then proceed to print if you wish. Let's say you wanted to output the report as a PDF file rather than print it. To do this, you simply click the PDF button instead. The Aged Debtors report can be calculated retrospectively for any date that you want. You enter the date that you want into the Show Aged Balances At box, and the software will calculate your aged balances at that date. That completes Lesson 3. In Lesson 4, we'll cover entering journal invoices and amending transactions if you make a mistake. We'll also look at adding your bank account and recording expense transactions. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for watching.